guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bambi with 7 Souls Paranormal. I just wanted to really quickly apologize to you guys because the video this week unfortunately does not have any paranormal activity. I tried for over a week going to different locations, filming, trying to get some good content for y'all, but I wasn't successful. I actually did a session here at the house trying to communicate with the spirit of the man that used to live here that actually passed away in this house, but I didn't have any luck with that either. But I did share with y'all some paranormal experiences that our family has had over the years. So hopefully next video I'll have some better content for you guys and some paranormal activity. And so I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you like my content, please like and subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Bambi with 7 Souls Paranormal. I've been trying for the past few days to get content for you guys, and I'm not really having a whole lot of luck. I went to the mausoleum last night and also today, but I'm not having a whole lot of luck, so I thought that I would try tonight to see if we could get any activity on the REM pod or the EMF. The house that we live in now, we were told that the man that used to live here was elderly and he passed away in this home. And a couple of months ago, my husband, he was getting ready to go in our bedroom, which is over here to my left. He was getting ready to go in our bedroom and he stopped and he said, "Who was that?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "I just saw a figure walk right by on the right side of the house." This is where my oldest daughter's bedroom is. He said he saw a figure of a man. He said it was a shadow figure, but he could tell it was the figure of a man. And he said it literally walked from out of the hallway out through the glass door, the sliding glass door, but just went right through the sliding glass door. And my husband, he's not like me with the paranormal. Like, he goes with me on investigations, so I don't have to go by myself. But he believes, but he's skeptic, and so when he saw that, it really freaked him out. And so that was the first time that he saw the figure. I've never seen the figure. I've had things happen around the house. A few days ago, he was asleep on the couch in here and I was in the chair, and just literally out of the blue, my coffee cup just flies off the table and falls on the floor and breaks, and coffee goes everywhere. It like somebody smacked it off the table. It was the craziest thing. That freaked my husband out. But so my husband saw the figure a month or so ago for the first time. Well, my youngest daughter, she's 22, she was over here with my granddaughter one day, and she saw the figure of a man, and it scared her. She said, "What was that?" She said, "I just saw a figure walk out of the hall through the sliding glass door, just like my husband did." And my granddaughter, she's 6, she's seen the figure of that man. And so my daughter one night, me and my husband weren't home, and she called me and she said, "Mom, you're never going to believe this." She said, I opened the door to my bedroom, and she said a figure went right past her. She said she felt them go past her, and she said it happened so quickly. She said her hair moved, like the not wind, I don't know how to say it, but like somebody walked past her so fast, like it moved her hair, and it freaked her out. And my oldest daughter that lives here with us, she's 24, and ever since she was a little girl, she could see spirits. when we're from South Carolina originally. We've lived in Florida for the past 12 years. But when she was a little girl, she was 4 years old, and we lived out in the country on a farm. My mom and dad lived in a house right in front of us. But like I said, it was on a big farm, so we're in the back, my mom's in the front. But so anyway, my 24-year-old daughter, which at that time she was 4, she was playing in her room like she always did, and I heard her talking to somebody. And I didn't think a whole lot about it, because kids do that when they play. They pretend, and I didn't think anything about it. Well, she comes out of her room a little bit later, and I just, out of curiosity, I go, "Who are you talking to?" And she said, "Grandma Miller." And she said she plays tea party with me, and plays with me, and reads me books, and tells me stories. And what the insane part about that is that my grandma, my mama's mama, her name was Shirley Mills, and she passed away when I was 18. I didn't have Beth until I was 26. And so Beth never knew my grandma. She'd never seen my grandma. I didn't have any pictures of my grandma up around the house or anything, because my grandma, she didn't like her picture taken. She was real funny about that. And so it was very rare to get a picture of her. So I immediately called my mom, and I said, "Mom, you're never going to believe what Beth just said." And so Mama said, "Bring her down to the house, bring her down to the house." So we walked down to my mom's house, and Mama gets out the photo album, and she sits Beth in her lap. We don't say anything. Mama just sits Beth in her lap. And Mama starts just turning through the photo album, just going one page at a time. And we're not saying anything. And then Mama gets to the page that has a picture of my grandma Shirley. Now, mind you, Beth is 4 years old. She's a baby still, basically. And my grandma had passed away when I was 18. I know I'm repeating myself, but I just want to make this so clear, because it's crazy. This story is just crazy. So my mama's flipping through the photo album with Beth in her lap, and she gets to the page that has a photo of my grandma Shirley. And when she gets to that page, Beth goes, "Look, Mama, Grandma Miller," and points to my grandma Shirley's picture. She had no human way possible of knowing that was my grandma. But before I brought her down to Mama's, when I said, "Who are you talking to? Who are you playing with?" And she said, "Grandma Miller." And then for her to pick out my grandma's picture out of that photo album, never having an inkling of who she is. It's crazy. And as Beth grew up, we would be riding down the road, and she would say, "Mama, who's that lady in the ditch?" And I would say, "What are you talking about?" And she said, "She's got blood on her dress." And there would be nobody there. And she would point and say, "Mama, you don't see that lady?" And I said, "No." And that happened just all the time as she was growing up. She would see these things, and she would say, "Look," and tell me to look, and it would upset her that I didn't see what she was seeing. And so that's when I knew that she could see spirits. And as she grew up, it happened all the time to her, and she did not like to sleep in the dark. And she always wanted a light on, either a hall light or a night light. And one time she told me about this little girl, every time she went to take a bath or a shower or whatever, she didn't like going in the bathroom. This was when we lived in South Carolina. And she said that always that this little girl, she said she had on a blue dress. It was like an old-timey dress, she said. And this is when Beth now, at this time, Beth was in her teens. But she said every time she would go to the bathroom to take a bath or whatever, that this little girl would always appear to her, and she would be holding out like a rag or something, wanting Beth to, like, trying to hand it to Beth. And Beth said it really creeped her out because she said the little girl looked evil. She said her teeth were like, I don't know if y'all, this is the only way I know how to describe it, because this is kind of how Beth described it to me. You know that movie 30 Days of Night with the vampires and how they had all the jaggedy teeth? She said that's how that little girl looked in the face. And when the little girl, she said the little girl would smile at her, and it creeped her out and scared her so bad. And she didn't like going in the bathroom to take a shower or a bath because that little girl always would come to her in the bathroom. And so anyway, I got off on telling y'all this story about my daughter, and that was not my intention. But I ended up sharing it with you guys. But my 24-year-old daughter can see and communicate with spirits. It scares her still sometimes because, you know, with that gift, there's good and bad. And I really want her to go ghost hunting with me and on investigations and all. But she said she's going to, but I hadn't talked her into it yet. She's got too much of a social life going on, you know, to be hanging out with Mom doing ghost hunting. But anyway, so if y'all have any questions about any of that, just put them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. Again, I'm sorry I got off on that. That, again, was not my intention. I'm going to go ahead, not keep y'all waiting anymore, and do the REM pod and the EMF, and hopefully we will get some activity. I'm going to see if I can make contact with the spirit of whoever this is in the house, because things all the time happen in the house with things getting moved and noises. And where I work at the bookstore, it's so crazy because everybody knows I'm into the paranormal and I do investigations and all of that. And I've been at my new job about 2 months now at the bookstore. And books, I've been up at the register, and on the ends of the book aisles, you know, they have displays on the end of each bookshelf. And several times since I started working there, just out of the blue, books will fly off the display shelf. And they said, oh, you bringing that bad juju to work with you. It's the ghost. You brought something here with you. They followed you to work. You know, they always make those jokes and laugh about it. But, I mean, really, it's creepy because when it happens, we all stop and look at each other. And what's, you know, the crazy thing about it is it happens here, too. So maybe whatever it is following me to work. I don't know. But we're going to see if we can communicate with whatever shadow figure is here at the house. And hopefully we'll be able to. So I'm going to turn this on. I hope you guys can, oh, that was me. I hope you guys can see this. I've got this, the EMF sitting in my husband made me this candle holder out of wood. He does woodworking. He's an iron worker, but he does woodwork, and he made me this. And I took one of the candles out to put that in there so y'all could see. So I hope y'all can see the EMF and the REM pod. I got the REM pod sitting on books because I didn't know if y'all be able to see it or not with it sitting down here. Can you touch either one of these devices or move something or make some kind of noise, or do something that lets us know that you're here with us? Are you able to do that? Did you used to own this home? I did when I went to the mausoleum. I had the necrophonic app on, and my name is Bambi. That's my real name, Bambi. And I was asking the spirit what was their name, and then I said, "Do you know my name? Could you say my name?" And one of the spirits said, "Deer," just as plain as day, just like that, deer. And they said it more than one time, but I thought that was just insane because they didn't say Bambi, but they said deer, and that's what my name, Bambi the Deer, from Walt Disney. But I just thought that was crazy. I need to just edit some of that footage and see, what I can get out of it, or either do a compilation of several different videos just to try to put something together for y'all. But I'm going to post this regardless of whether we have any activity or not, because again, you don't always have activity, and it's unrealistic to think that every time that you go on an investigation or have a session that you're going to get activity, because you're not, and it's unrealistic to think that you will. Are there any spirits here that would like to communicate with us before I end this session? This is your opportunity to speak and have a voice. You can talk to me by getting as close as you can to either one of these devices. All you have to do is use your energy and touch either one of these devices, and it'll make the lights go off and let me know that you're here. Are you able to do that? Can you do that for me, please? What's going to happen is I'm going to stop recording, and either the REM pod will go off or the email. That's what happens to me a lot. The other day, I was doing the session recording, and I literally had just stopped for a minute to go to the kitchen to get me something to drink, and the REM pod went on, and I wasn't recording. I was so mad. That's just how it works. It's part of being an investigator. Sometimes you get activity, and sometimes you don't. That's just how it goes. But regardless of whether I do get activity or don't, I'm going to post this, like I said, for you guys. So I've been promising you guys a video, and I've been trying to get some footage,